Hey, this is Regional Fight Sports here at Lausanne's Martial Arts, talking to David McClendon, fighting April 6th, Cage Titans 43, coming out of town, making his second trip to the Cage Titans cage.
Yes, I am.
How you feeling, David, about this
opportunity? I'm loving it. First time I came out here, of course, I fought against the hometown favorite, Jimmy the Truth Manning. Didn't turn out the way that I wanted it to. But definitely, I'm happy to come out here for a second time, representing Grand Rapids, Michigan, representing Juggernaut MMA, and I'm coming out here to make a change and make a difference when we get out there April 6th, man. Excellent.
How was your first experience? You know, you grew up, I hear, in New England. How was your first experience fighting as a pro in New England, and kind of coming into, you know, someone else's home turf for it?
To be honest with you, I didn't find out that Jimmy was a hometown favorite till about 5 minutes before the fight. So of course, then when I started getting the boos and everything, I got a little bit uncomfortable, but you know what? It felt good to actually come back home and to take my first professional fight in a home area. Even though that this was his home, I still consider this my home. And I will say, after a couple more wins, I do want that rematch against the Tooth. I will tell you that much right now.
Excellent. Well, you got that chance to get that first one. You're coming back to Cage Titans, fighting another New England guy. Another dude with a big story behind him, a Cage Titans hero, Don Shainis, coming back after some major surgery. He's back, so you're going to be in that cage again against someone, and you might be hearing them boos again, David, but you know what? You've been there before, so you kind of know what to expect. What are you feeling, bro?
I'm definitely prepared for it this time. I already know me and Don, we sat down and we talked, and I love that kid. Like, I have nothing but respect for that man. To be honest, man, Don, that kid's got a lot of heart, not even a whole year, surgeries, coming back, and like you said, he's a hometown favorite, so to me, it's definitely going to feel good to come back out, and I'm waiting for the boos this time. I'm not going to let them affect me this time, but I can tell you this much. When that door locks, you're going to see a whole new David McClendon. I promise you that.
Now, this fight's different. You kind of know your opponent. You know what I mean? You know he's from the area. And you're preparing for that.
Yes.
What are you preparing as far as your all-around game coming from that fight with the Tooth? Now you're fighting Don. He's pretty strong on the ground. He's scrappy, fast, and he's aggressive. He's going to be coming straight forward at you. What are you doing to kind of get ready for this style?
Well, it's been a lot of just forward progression, working with my hands. I know that at some point it is going to go to the ground. With Jimmy, I didn't really do too much jiu-jitsu training. I thought it was going to be a stand-up fight. It went straight to the ground. So this time I've been doing a lot of groundwork just in case. I mean, there is a big height difference and a big reach difference between me and Don. So I have this kind of idea, like I know we're going to go to the ground at some point. So I have been working on my jits. I've been working a lot more on my hands and my boxing. So I'm hoping to come out there. I'm hoping to have a stand-up fight. Like, I've been dying for a stand-up fight, but if we hit the ground, I'm going to be prepared for it this time.
Well, my man, this is going to be your second time fighting for Cage Titans. You grew up in New England. You're talking about coming back here and maybe, sticking around and maybe being, one of those faces regularly around the MMA world here. How you feeling about that?
I'm feeling good, and I think that coming here and fighting against two of the hometown favorites and then actually coming back home, training at Lausanne's gym, I think is going to give me that opportunity that where people see my face as me already fighting Don and fighting Jimmy, and now actually being a New England fighter. I think that'll kind of give me a little bit of a fan base, for me to start building my building blocks off of once again.
Excellent, my man. Well, we can't wait to see you back. You're very, very, very humble. You seem like a great guy, and we invite that, especially coming in here and fighting one of these guys that he's got a lot of fans behind him. It's nice to have a guy in here that's humble and just wants to fight and loves the opportunity. Last thing, my man, you got tickets to sell. I know you got some sponsors to shout out to, so let it go, man.
I just want to give a shout out to Brad down in Grand Rapids, Michigan. Bonafide tough guy. I want to give a shout out to Sean and Mike, Beast Mode, Fight Gear, and Fight Apparel. You guys have always held me down. I want to give a shout out to Joel Paul Chapman, the little juggernaut, who I would not have known anything about mixed martial arts until this man came and picked me up. I want to thank Matt Shaw. I want to thank Rick Ogden. I want to thank Desmond Colvin. I want to thank Cody Colson. I want to thank Jesus Ahmada. I mean, everybody who I grew up in the fight world with, everybody back home in Michigan. It's nothing but love for you. I'm bringing this win home for you guys.
Social media?
You can hit me up on Facebook. I have an Instagram. You'll have to ask my wife what it is because I don't do social media. But my Facebook is David McClendon. I know that much. Other than that, you'll have to ask my wife about the rest of it.
Excellent, my man. Well, David, we'll be seeing you in a couple of weeks, man. We can't wait to see that second fight of yours, man.
I cannot wait.
And I mean, if you bring in the fire you did during this interview, man, we're going to have a great fight on the 6th, man.
I can't wait. Thank you so much for the interview.
All right, my man. We'll see you soon.